The House of Windsor, a name synonymous with tradition, power, and, let's face it, more than its fair share of scandal. But now, whispers are swirling, hinting at a seismic shift within the royal ranks. A reckoning, if you will, orchestrated by none other than the future king himself, Prince William. Forget subtle tweaks and PR spin. This is rumored to be a full-blown revolution, a dramatic reshaping of what it means to be royal in the 21st century. And the potential casualties? Names that will undoubtedly send shockwaves through the palace and beyond. The burning question, of course, is why? Why would Prince William, seemingly poised to inherit a stable, if slightly antiquated institution, risk such a radical overhaul? The answer, I suspect, lies in a potent cocktail of duty, pragmatism, and a healthy dose of millennial sensibilities. William, unlike generations of royals before him, has grown up acutely aware of the monarchy's precarious position in a rapidly changing world. He's witnessed firsthand the damage inflicted by scandal, the erosion of public trust, and the growing calls for relevance in an era of austerity and social upheaval. He understands, perhaps better than anyone, that the crown can no longer afford to be a symbol of privilege and detachment. It must be a force for good, a beacon of service, and a reflection of the values it claims to uphold. And that, my friends, requires a ruthless pruning of the family tree, a severing of ties with those who actively undermine the monarchy's credibility. Leading the charge, unsurprisingly, is the disgraced Prince Andrew. Once the Queen's favorite son, now a pariah haunted by his association with Jeffrey Epstein. His fall from grace has been nothing short of spectacular, a cautionary tale of hubris and poor judgment. While Andrew has been stripped of his royal duties and military titles, he still clings to the title of Duke of York, a constant reminder of the scandal that continues to plague the royal family. But William, it seems, is determined to sever that final tie, to formally strip Andrew of his ducal status and banish him from the royal fold for good. It's a bold move, one that would effectively erase Andrew from the official narrative, relegating him to the status of a disgraced private citizen. But the implications of William's rumored reforms extend far beyond the well-deserved exile of Prince Andrew. The whispers suggest a much broader agenda, a redefinition of who qualifies as a working royal and who merely carries the title. And that brings us to the most controversial and emotionally charged aspect of this royal revolution, Prince Harry. The once inseparable brothers, now separated by distance, resentment, and fundamentally different visions of their roles in the world. Harry's decision to step back from royal duties and forge his own path in America, while understandable, has created a deep rift within the family. And William, it seems, is prepared to formalize that separation, to strip Harry of his Duke of Sussex title and his Royal Highness style. It's a drastic step, one that would undoubtedly deepen the existing tensions and further alienate Harry from his family. But William, ever the pragmatist, may see it as a necessary sacrifice. A clear message that royal titles come with responsibilities, and those who choose to abandon those responsibilities must also relinquish the privileges that come with them. But the potential fallout doesn't stop there. The real shocker, the move that could trigger a full-blown royal crisis, involves Prince Harry's children, Archie and Lilibet. As grandchildren of King Charles, they are legally entitled to the titles of Prince and Princess. But William, in his quest to streamline the monarchy, is reportedly considering amending the rules, restricting royal titles to only those who are actively serving the crown and residing in the United Kingdom. The implications are staggering. Imagine the optics, stripping titles from innocent children, all because their parents chose a different path. It would be a PR disaster of epic proportions, fueling accusations of pettiness and vindictiveness. And for Harry, who has always been fiercely protective of his family, it would be a devastating blow, a public rejection of his children and a painful reminder of his own fractured relationship with the royal family. Is it fair to hold children accountable for their parents' decisions? Is it right to deny them their birthright simply because they live on the other side of the Atlantic? These are the questions that William must grapple with as he contemplates this drastic step. Because while he may be driven by a desire to modernize the monarchy, he also risks alienating a significant portion of the public, who view Harry and Meghan with sympathy and admiration. And then there are Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, the daughters of Prince Andrew, They've always occupied a somewhat ambiguous position within the royal family, balancing their royal status with their own careers and private lives. They aren't working royals, meaning they don't perform official duties or receive taxpayer funding. But they still carry the titles of Her Royal Highness, Princess Beatrice of York, and Her Royal Highness, Princess Eugenie of York. William's reforms could place them in a precarious position. He may decide to review the titles of non-working royals, potentially stripping Beatrice and Eugenie of their HRH status. It would be a subtle but significant change, signaling that royal titles are reserved for those who actively serve the crown. Of course, there's precedent for this approach. Princess Anne's children, Zara Tyndall and Peter Phillips, were not given royal titles at birth, allowing them to lead relatively normal lives and pursue their own careers. William may see their example as a blueprint for the future, a way to balance royal heritage with individual freedom. But for Beatrice and Eugenie, who have always been proud of their royal lineage, it could feel like a personal blow, a demotion that diminishes their standing within the family. And given their father's scandalous past, they may feel like they are being unfairly punished for his sins. So, what's driving William to contemplate such drastic changes? To understand his motivations, we need to delve into his past, to examine the experiences that have shaped his worldview and his vision for the future of the monarchy. His birth on the 21st of June 1982 was a global event. Not just a baby, but the heir, the future of the Windsor dynasty. Princess Diana, a force of nature, injected a dose of normalcy into his privileged upbringing. Public schools, amusement parks, homeless shelters. She wanted William to see the world, not just the gilded cage of palace life. This exposure instilled in him a deep empathy, a connection to the common man that would later define his approach to royal duty. King Charles, on the other hand, instilled in him a sense of duty, a respect for tradition, and an awareness of the weighty responsibilities that came with the crown. But even this carefully crafted upbringing couldn't prepare him for the devastating blow that would forever alter his perception of the monarchy. The death of Princess Diana in 1997, a tragedy that unfolded before the eyes of the world. William, just 15, forced to mourn his mother under the relentless glare of the media. That image of him walking behind her coffin, his face etched with grief, seared itself into the collective memory. It was a defining moment, one that shaped his understanding of the monarchy's strengths and weaknesses. He saw firsthand how institutional rigidity could clash with human vulnerability, how the relentless pursuit of the press could inflict unimaginable pain. From that moment on, William became fiercely protective of his privacy, deeply wary of the media, and determined to modernize the monarchy, to make it more relevant, more compassionate, and more in touch with the needs of the people. His education reflected this desire for balance. Eton College, where he excelled academically and socially, earning respect for his down-to-earth demeanor. St. Andrews University, where he studied geography and, crucially, met Kate Middleton. University was a revelation, his first real taste of life outside the royal bubble. He lived like a normal student, made friends from all walks of life, and gained a deeper understanding of the concerns and aspirations of ordinary citizens. This experience continues to inform his public approach today, shaping his belief that the monarchy must be a force for good, not just a symbol of privilege. His military service further solidified this commitment to public service, training at Sandhurst, serving in the Royal Air Force Search and Rescue, and later working as an air ambulance pilot. These roles exposed him to the challenges faced by emergency responders and ordinary Britons, deepening his connection to the country he is destined to lead. His marriage to Kate Middleton in 2011 was a turning point, a symbol of the monarchy's ability to adapt and modernize. A commoner marrying the future king, a fairy tale come to life. Together, they have presented a united front, a model of stability and partnership that resonates with the public. They are hands-on parents, determined to protect their children from the intrusive media pressures that William experienced as a child. Their public appearances and initiatives emphasize practical impact over ceremonial symbolism. Mental health advocacy, early childhood development programs, William and Kate are focused on making a tangible difference in the lives of ordinary people. This reflects William's belief that the monarchy's survival depends on purpose-driven engagement, not just tradition and spectacle. He stands at the intersection of tradition and change, bridging the gap between Queen Elizabeth II's unwavering commitment to duty and King Charles III's reformist zeal. While King Charles has laid the groundwork for a more streamlined, cost-effective monarchy, William is poised to take it even further, to redefine what it means to be royal in the 21st century. He envisions a monarchy measured not by lineage, but by contribution. A civic institution that serves the people, not the other way around. And while his rumored reforms may be controversial, they are driven by a deep-seated belief that the monarchy must adapt to survive, that it must earn its place in a rapidly changing world.